how is Putin paying for his new Russia? Kim Holmes is the vice president of the Heritage Foundation, author of Liberty's Best Hope, American Leadership for the 21st Century. Kim, oil, gas prices, the coal, if the bottom ever falls out, how is this guy going to keep this together without the point of a gun?
Well, that's going to be very difficult if that ever happens. As you rightly pointed out, much of the prosperity and even the political stability that's in Russia right now is dependent upon the high oil prices. And the fact that they're having all of this income coming in from gas and oil is masking some very severe weaknesses in their economy.
Yeah.
As we show on the Index of Economic Freedom that the Heritage publishes every year, Russia has an economy that's only 50% free. And it comes out on a rank of around 134 on 157 countries as one of the least free economies in the world. And this shows they have some very severe weaknesses in their economy.
There is a week-long special that is running out of England that I have been keeping track of this last week on Russia, and I thought it was so telling. They were standing in the stock market there in Russia, and the reporter said, "So what do you think? What do you think Stalin would have said that this close to Red Square? Here's a stock market." And the person had been trying to convince the reporter that, oh no, this is completely free and we're a stable society. And they immediately, fear in their eyes, said, I don't want to talk about politics at all. I can tell you that capitalism is happening here in Russia. I thought, no, it's not. It's not really capitalism.
No, it's an oligarchic capitalism. It's a capitalism based upon Putin and his friends, and an oligarchy of people who are mainly benefiting from the revenues from oil and gas.
Kim, is this a new style of government? This is kind of what China is doing, but I think it's kind of what Nazi Germany did as well. They nationalized the industry. They're selling overseas so they can make all this money. It's really the spookiest form of government, because one guy's making the decision on what we're going to do, and he has the resources, economically speaking, to do it, right?
That's right. I mean, he's using all this money to buy up sectors of the economy. They call them national champions, whether it's large state-owned enterprises for shipping or whatever it is. They're actually buying the economy of Russia.
Right.
And also they're using it to buy off the middle class, because there's a lot of people benefiting from this, and so long as the economy is going well and the oil revenues are coming in, everybody's happy. But what happens when that stops? That's when you could have a political crisis that gives more political space for the opposition.
Well, I know that they're now revamping their aviation. They're Boeing and McDonnell Douglas and everything else, and they said the only problem is it's three companies, and we don't think three companies can survive. It'd be better if it was one and run by the state. But they're also at the same time laying these pipelines into Europe, which will just enslave Europe to Russia. Right or wrong?
Well, it certainly will make them dependent. It's not just the Europeans, it's the Ukrainians and the former Soviet Union, countries like Georgia. They depend on these subsidized low gas prices, and it's a way of sucking them into the sort of the geopolitical energy sphere of Russia. Energy is a political tool in Russia's foreign policy kit. So it's not just about what they're doing domestically, it's also how they're using this revenues to assert themselves on the world stage.